it's me, Ella, and today I'm making my first ever video. Today we are going to be doing my 2020 bullet journal setup. This is a really great video for anyone who is wanting to make their own bullet journal but doesn't know how. It's going to be full of lots of great information and basically teach you exactly how to make your journal. If you don't want to make your own bullet journal at home, I think this is just a fun video to watch, so I hope you guys like it, and let's get into it! So this year I am using an Archer and Olive journal. It's a dot grid journal and it's got this really pretty butterfly in the front and this beautiful purple color. I really love it and I'm really excited to use it. One thing I'm super excited for with this journal is the 160 GSM paper inside. I'm going to be able to use all sorts of materials on it, like some watercolors, thicker markers. So I'm really excited for that. It also comes with a pocket and 2 bookmarks to use. So yeah, really great journal. To set up the journal, I'm going to be using the Pigma Micron Fineliner in size 05. The first thing I'm going to set up is our key. The key is really good for a bullet journal because it gives you a bunch of little symbols you can use. So I like to use circles primarily for mine, so I use an open circle for an uncompleted task, a filled-in circle for a completed task, and a triangle for an event, along with a few other symbols which you'll be able to see as I complete the key. If you don't like these symbols, definitely change them because the whole premise of the bullet journal is making it work for you. The next thing we are going to set up is our quote page. So for this year's quote, I chose, "Whatever you decide to do in life, make sure it makes you happy." I chose this quote because what I want for this year is to just do things that I enjoy and to make sure I'm staying positive. I want to have a great outlook on this year and also the start of this decade, and I mean positivity can't hurt anyone. As far as the font goes, I am just doing all caps and then spread out cursive. I think it's a cute pairing of fonts, so that's what I'm going to use throughout the rest of my setup. So the spread next to the quote page is our 2020 year at a glance, and what this page is essentially is just a page full of all of the calendars for the year. So we have January through December all laid out on one page. The thing I like about this spread is it's just a nice aesthetic spread to look at, but it doesn't really serve a whole great purpose. So if you're new to bullet journaling and you just want it to be purely functional, you can skip this spread because, as I said, it's really nothing necessary. We're going to be making a whole other page of calendars for you to actually write events and important deadlines on. To start off this spread, what I'm doing is writing 2020 at a glance at the top of the spread. That's going to be the title. And then I split the page up into 3x4, and each of those boxes is going to be a month. I didn't actually draw boxes, but you'll see how it lays out. I then go on and write the title of each month in a cursive font. I then wrote below that the initials of each day of the week, and then from there I'm just going to fill in every single day of the year. So this is quite a time-consuming spread, and your hand is probably going to hurt at the end of it. I know mine always does, but I really like this spread and I think it's really pretty to look at once it's all said and done. And that is the 2020 at a glance spread, all complete. The next spread we're going to be doing is our future log. I have written future log at the top in all caps, as that's the title. So what the next spread is a place where you can plan out all of your events, deadlines, birthdays, doctor's appointments. It's really up to you. So this is going to be a double page spread, and to make it, you're going to split the page in half, and then after you split the page in half, you split it into thirds, and that'll leave you with 12 spaces where you can write all 12 months. Then under each month, you're going to write the full calendar, and then underneath each calendar, there's going to be a little bit of blank space left where you can write all of your events. I'm going to do another jump cut because, again, nobody wants to watch me write down all of the dates of the year. You will notice that I accidentally messed up on one of the calendars, so I'm going to show you how to fix that right now. What I did is I cut a small rectangle out of the back page of my bullet journal from last year, but you can cut one out of the back page of your current bullet journal too. Then I wrote down all of the correct dates for that month onto the paper. Then I took some glue tape and I placed a piece of paper over the incorrect month. From here, I'm going to take my zebra midliner in the light gray color and I'm going to put a box around each month. After this, the future log is complete. Next up on our list is the grid spacing cheat sheet. I found this spread while watching a video made by Amanda Rach Lee, so creds to her. It is basically just a spread so you can know how to split up your pages later on in the year without pulling out the calculator and doing a bunch of math. I'm going to start by just splitting the page into quarters. From here, I wrote down the number of all of the boxes on the page. There are 38 spaces vertically and 26 spaces horizontally. Then I picked the different ways I wanted to split up the page vertically and horizontally. So I drew little line segments showing myself how to split up the page into thirds and fourths. I used different colors so it's easier to see, and then I just wrote the title of the spread down in the bottom corner, Grid Spacing Cheat Sheet. This is a really great spread to refer to later on in the year. The next spread we're doing is the birthday spread. I like to have a birthday spread just so I can have a separate place for birthdays that's not my future log. I like to keep my future log just events and dates. So, what I did is I wrote birthdays across the top in the cursive font. And then I have already sketched in 12 different cupcakes. I did a 3x4 box like I had done with the 2020 at a glance spread earlier. And all I'm doing from there is I drew the 12 different cupcakes and I colored them, and then I'm outlining them with my Pigma Micron pen. And I'm just labeling them January through December. After this, I am simply going to draw in boxes around all of the months, and then we are all done. And then on my own time, I'm going to go through and fill in all of the birthdays of my friends and family. And this is the birthday spread, all complete. The next spread we have is my things to check out. I split the page into 4, and then I wrote different categories: TV shows, movies, music, and books. And then I drew a little doodle under each of the categories to represent what it is. And essentially this spread is somewhere for me to write down recommendations of TV shows, movies, music, and books that are recommended to me by friends or family. This is a good place to put down things you want to remember to watch, read, or listen to that you can't watch, read, or listen to right now. This is a pretty simple spread, but it gets the job done. The next spread on our list is places I've been, and so I don't travel a whole lot, so what I did is I wrote the title and I traced a Polaroid picture in pencil onto the journal. I will put a picture of the place I went after the trip and right below that where I went. Okay, so the next two spreads go together and they are YouTube video ideas and Bujo theme ideas. So I just wrote those two titles at the top and left it blank because I'm going to fill all of these out as needed. These are just some very simple spreads, but I spiced them up a little by adding some silver washi tape. So that's really all that goes on with these spreads, and I actually kind of like the simplicity. Okay, so this is our final flip through of my 2020 bullet journal setup. I really liked how these spreads turned out in the end. I like the simple beginning to the year, but I think they're still cute. I hope that you guys liked them as well, and I hope they were helpful to anyone making their own bullet journal at home. I think they are going to work out really well for me, and I'm excited to use these spreads. Alrighty everyone, thank you so much for watching my 2020 bullet journal setup. I had a really great time making my bullet journal this year, and I'm happy to start the decade off on a good note. Please let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you have any requests or recommendations, I would love to hear them, so please let me know. I would appreciate it if you would give this video a like, and if you'd like to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!